morning, viewers. It's Gary at Burbs to Bush. Today I'm making my way back home, but I'm going to go the long way. So I've just left Coonabarabran. Been here for, wow, how long have I been here? 7 or 8 days, because I spent a week with Carolynne. We were camping at the base of the Warrumbungles, which was unbelievable. And yeah, so Carolynne left a couple of days ago. I stayed on at the Caravan Park. Had to do some work on the car, just changing oil and checking over everything. And so today I'm heading to Cobar. I'm going back inland, and from there I'm going to Louth, just outside of Bourke. And it's going to be a fairly emotional trip, that one, because I'm going back to the same campground that I spent with Dad and two of his best friends, Heinz and Robert. Camped there with Dad when I was about 12, and Dad and his two best mates, they're passed on now, so that's going to be a great trip. Then I'm going to go across to Broken Hill. Now, Broken Hill I was going to go to, that was going to be my first stop 3 months ago when I left, but I had to go to Brisbane, so it was a bit of a yes no kind of thing. So I didn't go to Broken Hill, but I am going to make it this time. And then I'm going to work my way down to Mildura and go across back to Kiama. So this is going to be a great trip, so we can call this episode 1. I don't know how many there will be, but so from here to Cobar, it's about 400 k's, just over 4 hours, and I'll do a couple of stops on the way. I think I'll most probably stop at Warren and fill up, and yeah, so it's going to be a great trip. And I tell you what, it's bloody cold this morning. It's 13 degrees. It's just gone 9 o'clock. We had rain all last night, quite heavy rain, which was great for our farmers and great for our firefighters. So let's knuckle in. I'm really looking forward to being back on the road and driving again and going out and checking out some new places. And so yeah, we'll catch up a little bit later. Have a great day. I'm just driving through a town called Nevertire, and it has a population of 189. So if that family across the road there have a baby, will they have to go and change that sign to population 190? Food for thought. I don't know. Currently on the Mitchell Highway heading towards Nyngan. It's about 50 kilometres and it's just dead straight. And when I used to come here with Dad and his two mates, Heinz and Robert, I was about 12, it would be about 3 in the morning when we were on this road, and you'd see a set of headlights in the distance, and about 20 minutes later the car would go by. That's how straight it is. And we would always, luckily enough, sit behind a semi-trailer, because the semis don't stop for anything. And you'd be kangaroos and pigs and goats and you name it, just being slammed off left, right and centre. So I tell you what, you're travelling at 100 k's an hour along the Mitchell Highway at night, and you hit a kangaroo, it's going to go straight through your windscreen. You've got to be so careful. It's incredible, it's just dead straight. I've arrived at Nyngan, and fun fact, the last time I drove through Nyngan, when I was like 12 with Dad, we were driving a Kingswood panel van. Far out. Kingswood panel van. And it had a hole in the floor. It was rusted through. And the car fumes would be, the interior of the car was filled with exhaust fumes. Oh, dodgy, dodgy, dodgy. Alrighty, we're in Cobar. It's 2 o'clock, left about 9, 5 hours, had a couple of stops. It was a good drive, good roads, lots to see and do. And now I'm just going to go find my caravan park, which is about 5 minutes away. And I'm just going to stay there overnight, and then we'll head on to Louth. This is my camp spot at Cobar Caravan Park. Quite large. Got your own driveway. I've got a little garden. Concrete pad there. bit of grass on the side. Quite a good site. $42 a night is what it is. It's the only caravan park in Cobar. Yeah, not too bad, eh? Today I'm leaving Cobar. Spent one night at the caravan park there, and today I'm heading to Louth, just outside of Bourke. When I was a kid, I used to go camping with Dad and two of his best mates. I was about, I don't know, 12 or 13. So we used to go camping at a place called Gumbalie, which is about, not far, maybe an hour, I think, from Louth. We used to camp alongside the Warrumbungle River and then travel up a road called Snake Gully Road to Fords Bridge. And we used to do some shooting up there. I didn't, because I was too young to hold a gun. And then Dad, Heinz and Robert, they would sit in the pub and just get totally drunk. And then I would drive them back, and that was always fun. And as Dad got older, he always dreamt about going back to Gumbalie, back to that campsite, having beers at the Warrumbungle Hotel at Fords Bridge. But you know, he got sick and he could never do it, and then you know, he passed away 5 years ago. So I'm super excited because today I'm going to go do that. I'm going to go to the campground. I found it on Google Maps. I know where it is, and I'm going to go to the pub. Dad used to always drink Tooheys New, so I've got a 6-pack of Tooheys New. So I'm going to go back to the campground and have a beer with Dad, Heinz and Robert. So I'm super excited, super nervous. I feel as though I'm going to go see him. I'm going to go see Dad. You know, it's just an amazing feeling. I've just been doing nervous peas all morning. I'm staying at a place called Trilby Station. It's a working station similar to Carolynne Station that I stayed at, and I've got a free camp for a week alongside the Darling River. Yeah, so I think it's about an hour to Gumbalie from Trilby, and then it's only a 20-minute drive up to the Warrumbungle Hotel at Fords Bridge. I can't wait. I'm just so stoked, and I guess this whole trip has been based around, you know, going back there. And it's a beautiful day. It's like 15 degrees. I think the top's about 26, 27 today, so not too hot. So yeah, we'll catch up a little bit later once I get closer to Trilby Station, set up camp, and yeah, we'll go from there. Yes, I hope you all have a great day. I know I'm stoked. It's really weird. I'm going to go see your Dad, but I'm not, you know, but I am. Yeah, I really am. So we'll talk soon. Cheers. Okay, we're into Louth. Wasn't too bad. Nice little trip. Nice little town. There's not much here. A few houses. And yeah, up here on the left hand side is some small caravan park. And I can get fuel here, which is great. Pub. What more do you want in the town? Crossing the Darling River. How much water's in there? Not much, I'd expect. Yeah, not much at all. Jeez. Look at that, black cockatoos. Woohoo! Trilby Station on the Darling River. So I've just checked in at Trilby Station, met the caretakers, Muriel and Bob. The owners, Liz, is in Dubai from what I understand. Husband Gary is out working on the farm, not usually back till dusk. So I've just got to follow this dirt road. It goes for about a kilometre or so. My campground is called Flagstaff, prim and proper. Yeah, so we'll follow this and see where it leads us. Okay, so this is my camp spot. I'm provided with a bin and a milk crate for my cans and bottles. Time to ring the bell. My fire pit. Ring the bell. So the reason why I parked over there was so I can get some solar. I park over here, it's all in the shade. The shade is not what I need, especially if we're going to be here for 6 nights. But that's okay. My awning will be under shade, which is good. Here's the Darling River, what's left of it. There's still a bit of water in there. So I can get a yabby net down there. How peaceful is it? How's the serenity? How's the serenity? Okay, so 65 minutes. So that is, I've unhitched the trailer. That's it. Start the clock, level it out, roof up, the front bed out, awning up and walls up. 65 minutes. That's pretty good going for one bloke, one person. So I'm cooking dinner and I've got my barbie going and they've provided this great windshield, which is great. It's like awesome, and they've provided some wood. Nice area over here to keep all my gear. Like, it's fantastic. There's my outlook. Because the flies are so bad, check this out. I brought it up in the previous video when I was at Birdsville. It's this little spinning top. And it keeps the flies away from the food. So while I'm waiting for the fire to get to a good sort of temperature, I can just leave that there. Flies won't be a bother. It's fantastic. So I'm just on my way to Bourke to get some supplies and have a look around and check out those little chicks that I just came across. Little emus. Aren't they cute? Whoa. Huh. You wouldn't be surprised how many goats there are. They're just everywhere. So you've got to be really careful. Forever having to slow down because they're running across the road. The last thing I want to do is hit a goat because I like goats. There has to be at least 100, if not more, goats over there. They're just everywhere. It just has totally exploded with goats. So pretty high security here in Bourke. All the shop fronts are all heavily boarded up. And in IGA that I just went to, there's a bottle shop in there. Sweet. And when you walk in, there are glass panels. And you walk down the glass panel and the cashier's on the other side, and all the alcohol is on the other side of these glass panels, so you can't actually grab something or buy something. You have to look through the glass, tell the cashier what you want, and he'll go around and get it. So there's obviously a bit of a, well, there is, isn't there? There's an alcohol problem here, so they've got to try and do everything they can do to stop theft. And but yeah, there was no limit to, you know, any alcohol that I bought. But yeah, it's a completely different world here. So I've left it a bit late, and I've come home in the dark. And like I was with Carolynne at the Warrumbungles, I think I'm lost. Oh dear. Ronnie Dahl often says, in darkness we find camp. Yes!